guys, welcome to a new video, and this video is special because today I'm announcing my new hardest level I'm going to be playing. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be playing, no, not Tidal Wave, I'm such a noob for that, definitely not Limbo. Nope, not Bloodlust, but close enough, I guess. We are going to be playing Bloodbath. That's right, you heard me. The most legendary level of all time. Verified by Riot. By some miracle, I beat it in practice mode, which I actually don't know how I did. That straight fly is so annoying. I'm not used to straight fly. Because I've been playing Theory of Everything 2 levels like that. You know what? I might need a warm-up level. Which level should I do? Theory of Everything 2? Oh my god. I mean, if Keelan then can beat it, why can't I beat it? Stupid straight fly, man. I wish they would move to this part. So annoying. Should I do a practice one? Yeah, let me do a practice one. Easy, mama. I'm actually gonna crash out if I actually can't. Like, I can't get past the first click, man. What was I thinking of? Like, actually. I think I might be crazy. I should have done B, man. Finally. I need to practice straight fly. I'm so bad. Especially upside down straight fly. Let me know in the comments what's the worst type of straight fly. In my opinion, miniship is fun. It's probably the funnest. It's probably upside down straight fly. And why is everyone hating on swing? It's like the funnest game mode in my opinion. Please don't hate me for that. No, it's not the funnest. Wave is the funnest. But it's a good game mode. Like, I know it wasn't what we were expecting, but I can't get past this ball. It's like the easiest. This ball is like the easiest part in the level. This ship is so annoying. you being for playing Red Road. Yes. I've probably taken over 100 attempts. How do I do this shit? Finally. Imagine if I die at the last click. That would be so annoying. Kieran crafted. Finally. No, Michigan's part. Vortex was right this entire time. How do I... It isn't hard, it's just awkward. That's all. So awkward, man. What are these hitboxes? No. Yes. Oh, wait, no. Michigan did not cook with this part. This is gonna take me like 1,000 attempts. What? No. Is this a frame perfect? Oh my god. I wonder how many frame perfects there is in Bloodbath.
Yes, please. No, it's wet outside. Okay, leave it. Turn the AC on. No, I'm freezing, please. I'm freezing.
Oh no. Oh, wow, I'm so dead. I'm definitely dying here from 100%. Whoa. Please. Yes.
What are you doing in the kitchen?
If I get here from 0, I'm definitely dying here. This is probably the hardest part. What's harder, this, that part, or Michigan's? Michigan's is definitely more awkward. Oh no. And Vortrox actually said this part is the easiest. I mean, if you get used to it, it can be easy. What should be my fast medium demon? I'm definitely dying at this ball part. Imagine if I don't. Okay.
Forecast that you have energy over the past decade or two. Of course, you get worried about the stability of these supplies, and it's not just what goes on in but also what happened in Venezuela this year and sort of other developments.
I hate practice mode.
Which impacts on the stability of your energy imports. So, of course, that's going to be one of the consequences.
What the hell happened to my settings?
Other parts of the world as well that have to look
Let me.
much more deeply into, what is an import dependency, what is an acceptable import dependency, in light of the fact that they also need to look for an energy
My.
I mean, this is a particularly acute in Europe.
No.
There's been a shortage of energy, which is holding back so much of economic development. But of course, it's true for many parts of Asia as well.
And because don't forget, it's not just about energy, it's also about urea, fertilizer, of course, which is a big element. We're talking helium here, crucial when it comes to making semiconductors. We're talking aluminium on top of all this as well. So it's actually a huge component, to say, a huge chunk of the commodities complex. Well, this is all stuff which people didn't realize probably would be affected here, Terry. I mean, what's your gut feeling?
Well, I mean, I think it's the normal cause of a war, and perhaps even more so now as we are dealing with an extraordinarily uninformed and unpredictable president in America, which is, I mean, the war is always going to be a series of unintended consequences and accidents that are going to happen. I think if you look at it from a long-term point of view as well, I think there is some problems here
If I die here, like,
for Europe and to some
I'll be so annoying. Because now all of the parts are easy.
strategies, especially trying to wean themselves off different raw materials or products coming from Asia, when they were looking towards the Gulf as the region where they could place investments, they had stability, there was a good supply of energy, so in chemicals, in other type of oil derivatives, they were looking for that region to be sort of the new type of China that would help them to avoid a development where they were increasingly dependent on China. And of course, that is now given how sort of
Basically, do everyone have one
how a
colour,
small strait
What am I supposed to do here?
in the First World War, how you can basically choke so much of global supply and impact the
UFO is so annoying.
Dollar strengthening international political economy, but gold is also strengthening. I think you said that to Chief US Correspondent.
I hate practice mode.
Trump is known for making policy
Just so you guys know, practice mode is the worst way to practice a level. Yes.
Well, clearly, the whole economic argument is something that plays
If Robtop fixed practice mode, I'd be the happiest person ever.
with lower prices and make things more affordable for Americans, and the war has driven prices up right across the board. And now we saw that in early trading, the price of a barrel of oil was around $110. Since Donald Trump's announcement, that has come down to under $100. So that will make fuel cheaper. Also, the stock market before Donald Trump's announcement was way down, impacted by the fear that there was going to be this concerted campaign on energy sites across Iran. Since the announcement, stocks have more than recovered and are actually now starting. All of this feeds into a better picture for the economy. Of course, Donald Trump often makes the mistake that the stock market is the economy. It isn't. It's much broader than
Tangled hair. Try Whiz Express Repair Conditioner with the power of hair off. Instant moisture and detangling without washing out.
How do...
Schwarzkopf Bliss Aqua Revive.
Definitely the most awkward part.
to calm the tensions that have been rising over the past couple of days, especially in terms of the energy crisis. And also somehow signal some the escalation maybe to buy time for other plans like the deployment of forces that was just mentioned by your colleague. So I also do believe that this doesn't mean the end of the war.
Please.
As we speak, there have been reports of heavy bombings in Tehran and other cities. And one thing that is worth mentioning here is that even if what President Trump said is true, and we know that telling the truth and at least the entire truth is not what President Trump is best known for, but even if that is true,
Finally.
it doesn't necessarily mean that Israel is going to, get along with this. 5 days is quite some time when we are speaking in terms of, the war conditions and so on. So if Israel feels that an agreement is being reached, there is a potential for sabotage on that front as well. So the whole situation is quite fragile.
Please.
I mean, that's something you said is saying a lot. And, we're on delegates. We know what these negotiations are, which Donald Trump says he's conducting, and the Iranians say they're not.
Well, I think we are facing some of the stubbornness that American and Iranians are.
Check now. Is the
All
table
parties want to have the upper hand when it comes to who is actually leading on the ground, like the whole war thing. But I think the whole region and the world, I think everybody is like kind of happy but skeptical about it because everybody is looking for
It's not a ceasefire. I mean,
Let's go. Okay. That's it for today, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to try set a new record on normal road. Bye.